Hello, everyone. Let me give you some pointers on the lab. A little bit on number 4, chapter 4, number 1. I got a few problems here that I want to give you some pointers on number 1, number 4, number 7, number 9, number 11, which are all due tomorrow night. Okay, so if you're or whatever when this thing's due with it, so I'll give you some heads up with this thing. You have your basic skeleton in this thing. You still need to go in, and I'm looking at number 1 on page 251 in program exercise for chapter 4. And this is, it says write a program that prompts the user to input a number. The program should then output a number and a message saying whether the number is positive, negative, or 0. Okay, so you have your basic skeleton here. You still need to go in, you're prompting the user and the number of this thing, so you need to go in and you declare your variables here, okay, or variables or bool, whatever, how many you want to do with this thing, and then you need to prompt the user for the number. Okay, so prompt the user for the number. Anyway, do a cout. You have to read it in. Okay, so read in the information with it, and then inline, and you want to give them an output, some sort of structure. Okay, after you store this variable in there, you need to give it some sort of structure. You think about the structure that we're looking at right now. This is a simple structure of an if statement with it. Okay, so you need to give me something that's a cout or output or a display to the screen with the string. Okay, so anything that has cout, the number that you input is whatever you input in here is number 1, or your num here, output it out again right here for me. And then what you need to do is to give it, some sort of string. So let me start you out with a cout. The number you enter is the num. Let's say you declare it up here in your variable as the num is whatever it is, double int, whatever that may be, with it, and you tell it that this number is, and this is, what do you want to call this thing? So this is where you can actually put in your structure on where this actually works at the end of this thing. Okay, so you look at the structure. This is the structure right here. This is the structure right here that you need to come in. And for now, I'm going to talk to you about the pretest loop. All right, the pretest loop has basically you will actually look at the pretest loop, and when you look at the pretest loop in this thing, it's basically what are you really testing for? You're prompting the user for the number with it, but you gotta look at this thing. Is that what is this evaluation? So this is like an if statement in this thing. Some value evaluated with the what's called relational operator of this thing, right? Look at your relational operator if it's equal to 0. Okay, so some variable that you prompt in this case is num, right? So let's say the num is the part that you are testing goes here with this, right? And what is the operator that you're going to test it? I want to choose to test it if it equals 0. All right, so how do I want to talk to you about what is, can I do this? Okay, this means I'm signing 0 to equal num. All right, the way how this is written. There's other things that you have to realize is what's called a relational operator, which you need to do this. This asks the question, does num equal to 0 with an equal sign? Major difference in this thing. So if that's true, all right, I'm going to tell it if there's only one statement, I'm going to do a cout with this. I want to output this as, if it's a number, then I'm going to output this as a 0, okay, in line. If it's basically, if it comes down, if I have multiple statements in this thing, I need to use the curly brackets. Okay, so the other syntax for this thing is else. If it's not equal to 0, we want to test what? If num is greater than 0, right? If that's the case, what do I need to do? I need to do a same thing, some sort of cout to tell it this is a positive number, right? In line. if that's the case with that, you need to come down here. If it's not a positive number, if it's not equal 0, then I need to give it an else. And this else right here, basically, now gotta be careful with this thing, because this is the cout, and you're gonna give this output with this thing. Now look at this thing for a second. This structure says this if says if this is true, then do this right here. And if it's false, here's where the else comes in. If this condition is true right here, then you're gonna do this. Else, do this. Okay. So if it's not 0, if it's not positive, the only thing left is it has to be is a negative number. So that's what you have right in your basic statement with this thing. All right. The key is knowing your operators. Okay. This is what's called a relational operator. You evaluate it to. You're not setting 0 equal to num. If this was, it would be false. This would never happen. So it always, if you type in 0, it will never becomes true. Okay. With it, so you need to put equal in this thing. Alright, that's it for this part right here. I said enough of this, so let me store this, save this.